it does project onto the ground as well. You'll notice the front seats also automatically recline just to the front. You can also connect to 2 different Bluetooth devices. There is no gear controls over here, and then foot on the brake will allow me to just automatically go into drive. There's just barely any hesitation. Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. This is the new facelift Tesla Model Y for the New Zealand right-hand drive version. In today's video, I'll do a full POV drive video to show you all the exterior interior features, and along with that, we'll do a drive to let you know my driving impression about the new Tesla Model Y. First thing, let's look at outside. So what is the Tesla Model Y? It is a medium to large size 5-seater SUV available in the New Zealand market. It is pure electric, of course. At the front, it's got a new grille, new bumper, new lights. This is definitely inspired by the new Tesla Cybertruck that's available in the overseas market with a running front light bars. This is daytime running lights, by the way. Underneath, there is also a newly developed pixel headlights over here. They're pretty much like the Matrix LED headlights. That means on the night, we're driving the countryside, it will project different lights according to traffic. It does look very, very fancy if you do drive this car at nighttime. Along with that, the front is also improved with aerodynamic. That means even with the same battery, this car is achieving just a little bit more range than the last generation. There is also a newly developed airflow intake just on the side. We have 19-inch as standard for the New Zealand versions. You can option for the 20 if you pay extra. Speaking of the price, the New Zealand price starts at $67,900 plus costs in the New Zealand market. That means the basic spec of the rear-wheel drive will be at just over $70,000 drive away for the New Zealand version. Now today we are driving the rear-wheel drive. There is also a all-wheel drive long-range version available that goes faster than the rear-wheel drive, but I think most people's choice is going to be still the rear-wheel drive version. It's powered by a 60 kWh battery, LFP steel, with WLTP range at 466 kilometers. Now at the back, this is also newly developed rear bumper, rear tail lights. These tail lights is LED bars underneath, but it projects onto the Tesla logo and the trim over here. They look really, really cool at night. It does project onto the ground as well. You will be able to see it at the night drive. The overall dimension of the new Tesla Model Y is just 46 millimeters longer than the last generation, not much longer. The wheelbase of the vehicle stays at the same 2.86 meters. That means the interior space, the boot space is still identical to the last generation. Although we call it last generation, this is only called a facelift, but there's so much more just facelift design on the new Tesla Model Y. Overall shape and design, I really love the tail lights, I really love the back look. The front can be controversial, but this still looks quite clean on the market compared to the last generation. Anyway, I do still think the exterior part of this vehicle is very easy to like, and there's no much complaint as far as I can see. On the side, we are getting a lot of black trims over here, from the doors, from the top, and from the B-pillar, C-pillar, they're all black. Privacy glass is standard for the New Zealand market. Flush door handles is just like the last gen. There hasn't been any changes overall. Then going to the back again, let's open the boot. Of course, standard feature is the auto tailgate. Opening this up, you are getting a floor underneath with decent amount of storage just over here and some additional storage just over there. Adding all the things up, you are getting 857 liters of boot space. It's absolutely massive. And not only that, you can press this to drop the seats down. You will notice the front seats also automatically recline just to the front a little bit to get the clearance for the seats. That's really smart. Now once the seats are all the way flat, you are going to get more than 2,100 liters of the total volume. Again, it is massive compared to any other competitors on the market. Press here, that goes all the way up. There are quite a few adjustments. You can do it over the physical buttons over here. There are physical buttons on the side of the seats. There is also controls on the dashboard and the screen at the back. Now Tesla has also improved the parcel tray over here. You can store it over here or you can leave it on the top. So you do not have to leave it in your garage if you don't have to. Also, the loading floor is reasonably low, so taking your stuff in and out is going to be very, very easy. When you open the tailgate, there's also a safety sign over here, just in case your tail lights are out of the way. No one can see you, so you do get a reflector over here. They do lit up, by the way. Now at the front, you are going to get a big Frunk, 117 liters, just like last generation, it is large. There are 3 improvements under the bonnet. First thing is the struts over here. You are going to get additional pedestrian protection. That means the bonnet will actually lift up from the back when you hit someone. Second thing is the windscreen wiper fluid. That means it's no longer there. It's easy to get access to just at the front. Last thing is the drain plug over here. Once you open this up, the water will just go all the way down to the floor. So you can quickly wash this and even store your buckets or anything down there without worrying about getting wet on those things. Now, getting to the back is fairly easy. The door opening is reasonably wide. You are going to get acoustic glasses around the vehicles. That means 20% reduced noise in the cabin, and including material upgrade as well. Now the seat base is really wide, really long. You can adjust the seat back up, by the way, push it all the way back and push it all the way front is also available. That's really nice. The cool thing about that is if you have nobody sitting on the seats, press this, will just simply drop the seats flat. But if you do have someone on it, it will only tilt to a certain angle. That's really smart. Next thing, step inside, we're going to get great amount of legroom. That's my sitting position in the front. I'm about 178 centimeters tall. I've got great amount of legroom, huge amount of foot space. The floor is actually quite low compared to the seat position, so great clearance over there. Let's close the doors. It's all right, not too bad. You are going to see the glass doesn't go all the way down, which is really annoying, but yeah, that's just what it is. At the front, small pockets over here, you are going to get 8-inch touchscreen, which is similar to the Tesla Model 3. There are so many functions available. You can do all your air conditioning over here, including heated seats at the back as well. You can again fold the rear seats if you want to. Music, video, and some games are also available. There are also some other settings. You can also connect to 2 different Bluetooth devices or different Bluetooth headphones to listen to whatever you like on this particular screen. That's really smart. So I love this screen. It's very, very functional, and yeah, it does the job really, really well. Anyway, 2 USB-C chargings, air vents over here, and then we are going to get a nice armrest with 2 cup holders just on the side. You can find the material quality is definitely improved a lot over the last gen, even on the rear seats, that leather finish on the top, some material over here, leather on the door handles, press this button to unlock and lock. Over here, you are going to get materials even inside the pockets over here. Again, they've improved so much on the noise reduction in terms of quality and material. All right, let's get to the front. The seats itself is still very, very comfy. There are some material changes compared to the last gen. You're going to get cooling and heated function at the front driver and passenger seats, by the way. Step inside, the first thing we find is a different steering. I do think the steering is a little bit larger than the last gen. Some different buttons, different logos over here as well. In terms of design, it's pretty good, very easy to get used to. There are minimal buttons for here. You're going to see your cameras. This one is voice command, this one is the cruise control, and this one adjusts your volume and tracks, and along with that, headlights and windscreen wiper. There is no gear controls over here, as all the gear control are controlled on the screen. It's pretty good. We're still getting indicator, unlike the Tesla Model 3. It is very nice to have for sure, but in front of us, there's no head-up display and there's no digital dashboard whatsoever. On this side, you're going to find the same 15.4-inch screen. It is again massive, and it's got so many features available. Navigation built in, you are going to get on-time traffic, internet connection, and it does have one of the best EV trip planner on any electric cars you are going to see on the market. Under the vehicle setting, there are so many small details you can set up. The vehicle does have enhanced autopilot right now in New Zealand. In the future, I do believe the FSD will be coming to New Zealand soon as well. So there are so many things you can change. Along with that, you do have all the air conditionings under here. There's no physical buttons whatsoever. You do have heated seats, cooling seats, and heated steering at the front as well. The aircon isn't that hard to use, but I do wish there's physical buttons. And again, that's not Tesla's tradition for sure. Cameras works really well. There are some improvements on the side cameras. They are a little bit lower than what they used to be. So you can see the wheels, you can see the ground very easily. There is also additional front cameras. You can see the front and things like that. So that's pretty good. There are simply too many functions to be able to go through on this particular screen, but overall it's very easy to like, easy to use, easy to get used to. On the controversial side, there's still no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, as Tesla believe all their systems are integrated to this screen. So you get the Spotify that integrated to this, you get the unique graphic, music, all that things are all unique graphic to this particular screen. Anyway, coming down to the bottom, you are getting 2 wireless phone chargings or the card reader, but you're going to use your mobile phone to start the vehicle anyway. Over here, deep storage console, you are going to get so much storage out of it, and 2 cup holders, or you can simply press this, now close to be a flat panel. Over here, again, good amount of storage underneath, and then glove box. Wait, you can't really open from that, you have to open from here. Okay amount of size, not too big, not too small. Cup holders on the side are reasonable, and you are going to get the material inside, so they're not going to be wobbly and running around when you drive the vehicle. On the top, we're going to find the full glass, and Tesla has done something specifically for this glass, so it will reduce the heat by another 20%. I would say in summer, you probably still need a cover in some way, especially for New Zealand, but right now in winter, I can live with it. I have no issue with that at all. Apart from those things, you're going to get some improvement qualities around the doors again, different materials over here, and along with that, the new ambient lighting is in place too. When you go to the lights, you can change all the ambient lighting colors. There are simply way too many to choose. You can do so many things about ambient lighting. That's really good. So that's pretty much the interior walk around. What do you think about the interior? Please do let me know in the comments. Let's get the vehicle on the road to see how it goes. All right. Visibility around the vehicle, side is really good, front is huge. I don't know what they did with this screen, it just feels so generous about the visibility at the front, on the side as well. The only pity thing is the rear windscreen. It is so tiny, it is very slim, just like what you can find on the Tesla Model 3. And yeah, it's hard to see much at the back, especially in the dark. And now next thing is the gear shifter. When you have the seatbelt on, there is actually a function under the dynamics. Over here, you get auto shift, which is in beta edition right now. So you can switch it on. That means right now the vehicle knows I'm going to go forward because the forward is clear. And then foot on the brake will allow me to just automatically go into drive. I can just then go forward and turn around, whatever I want. And then that's pretty much it. But if I'm parking by a curb and the vehicle does know there's a curb at the front, you can see tap to activate reverse. So automatically select the reverse. I'll turn around right now, and then the vehicle will know we are going to be facing towards a curb again. The vehicle will know once it brakes, once I turn the steering, both things combined, it'll automatically shift to drive. So we're out of a car park. It is very nice, very easy to use. So I do enjoy that, I do like that. Anyway, let's get on the road. So battery and driving, let's talk about the rear wheel drive. Tesla does not mention anything about the power, but on the online data, this vehicle is powered by a single motor at the back, 220 kilowatts of power. So plenty of power that's available. 0 to 100 timer by Tesla is 5.9 seconds. In some way, it's 1 second faster than the last generation. Despite the vehicle actually does have a very similar battery setup compared to last gen, which is 60 kilowatt hour battery. That means the WLTP range is 466 kilometers. That's a small improvement over the last gen. At the same time, it runs faster than the last gen. And then if you want more power and bigger battery, longer range, you can go to the all-wheel drive version, which is about $10,000 more for the spec to spec from the standard rear-wheel drive range. That means you are going to get 78.1 kilowatt hour battery, and the battery type changed to NMC with a combined range at 551 kilometers and the WLTP. But you're going to get more power, 370 kilowatts of power. That means it's massive. 4.4 seconds from 0 to 100 is the Tesla timer on the all-wheel drive version. I do think most people are going to be okay with this rear-wheel drive in terms of driving, in terms of range, and in terms of pricing as well. Also, the advantage of this one is it does have the LFP battery. That means you should be very safe to charge to 100% in most cases. Along with that, it's a bit more durable. Now we are getting on the motorway. Let's wait for it to clear and we'll do a quick acceleration just around here. There's no launch control. We are not going to try that. This is just the standard driving mode. Foot on the accelerator, 1, 2, 3. That's good pickup. Very smooth acceleration, even under a full pedal. So the good thing about all Tesla's vehicles, including the new facelift Tesla Model Y, is about its acceleration and pedal response. Pedal response on this is very good under the standard mode. If you go to the chill mode, it's going to be quite gentle, but under standard mode, this is really good. 1, 2, 3. There's just barely any hesitation. I'm sure the all-wheel drive will be a bit better in some way, but this feels rather nice. Another thing Tesla has improved is going to be the suspension. Although it still has the MacPherson and multi-link suspension at the front and at the back, they have changed some material usage on the rear multi-link suspension. That means riding on the motorway, on the city drive, it's much more pleasant. It has improved quite a bit on the comfort and on the driving dynamic as well. It is still fairly sporty to drive. At the same time, it does offer you really good balance around the corners and things. I do believe this is still by far one of the best handling medium-sized family SUVs on the market. At the same time, it offers you a much better cabin and comfort overall package for the family-friendly EVs. Now, another thing I should talk about is one-pedal driving. I know everyone will talk about it. On the Tesla, you now have reduced regeneration or just a standard regeneration. For me, I really like the standard regeneration. I'm not really a big fan of one-pedal, but in some way, Tesla has done it really nicely, very smoothly for me to get used to this one pedal. And what I really like is you do not need to worry about that much. You just basically drive the vehicle, it does all the job for you, and that's quite smart. Now, in terms of noise level at low speed, there's barely any major noise. You can see around the corners, around the low speed zones. The improvement on the suspension is definitely noticeable when you drive in these small bumpy roads over here. It's just a way more pleasant. By all means, the new Tesla Model Y is still a firm setup compared to many other competitors over there, but it's much more pleasant than the last gen. It does not go so hard around surfaces. It does give you a much more pleasant drive overall, and you can feel that inside the cabin or from the back seats as well. Now, the indicator might be a strange one. So you can see I'm out of the roundabout, I turn the indicator, it does not just cancel it right away, as the vehicle does have its auto sensings and things like that, and the indicator doesn't really stay up. It's not like a small click, it will just do 3 indicators or blinkers. Instead, you have to control it to bring it back. But if you drive this on the motorway, when you indicate, it sees that you are inside the lanes. Once you change the lane marking, it actually disengages right away. So there are good and there are bad things about it. Anyway, overall experience on the new Tesla Model Y, it is a pleasant car to be in. It does offer you so much good support around the corners. At the same time, it does so much things better than the last gen. The biggest improvement is going to be the rear suspension. It's very nice. It's very nice around any surfaces and things like that. At the same time, it does have an improved range. It does give you a lot more support around the corners and things. Now we're here, we can do another bit of acceleration just so around the corner. 1, 2, 3. That's just nice. It's reasonably fast, 5.9 seconds to 100. On the motorway today, there's a little bit wind noise. You are going to hear that from somewhere around the mirrors and things, but it's not too bad. It's definitely improved over the last gen. And riding on the motorway at this surface around the New Zealand motorway, it's just nice and soft and it's quite comfortable. You're not going to complain about that, including passengers at the front, at the back. It's definitely a good combination in terms of performance. At the same time, it does offer you good riding support along the way. All right, we'll do another acceleration over here. 1, 2, 3. look at the pickup and look at the pedal response. The pedal response is one of the best among the EVs. I know some EVs are really, really good. Some EVs do it very gently, but Tesla has always been maybe the benchmark from the start in terms of its pedal response. There's just barely any hesitation, or there's no hesitation whatsoever. Now on the motorway, you can see the indicator. Once we are in the line marking, that disengages right away. So that's the good part about the indicator, but when you go around the roundabout, may not be the best. Anyway, what are my thoughts about the new Tesla Model Y? Overall, I think this is still one of the best, or if not the best, electric vehicle under $90,000, or if the rear-wheel drive version under $80,000 for the price you are getting. There are so many features and so many things to like. Even if you are driving an old Tesla Model Y, this is still a nice upgrade from many dimensions and many areas. For many people, this could be easily a no-brainer choice because it meets all the standards from all aspects. Being a family electric vehicle, at the same time you can have a little bit more fun, and then you get so many new things, so many new cool features compared to pretty much any non-electric vehicles on the market. So what are your thoughts about the new Tesla Model Y? Please let me know in the comment down below. That's the end of this video. In the next video, I'll talk about a auto steer, navigate on autopilot as well on the motorway. I'll show you how that works in the Auckland traffic. And in the third video, I'll go through 3 things I like and I may not like about the new Tesla Model Y. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me, but do check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.